Nobody ever told me that fear could disguise itself as wisdom. Nobody ever told me that fear was just a second generation lie. See, if I go back when I was in my young 20s, I was in college, I had some incredible opportunities come my way that I totally, out of fear, shut down. This was literally God trying to launch me into my calling, into my destiny, and I shut down because fear disguised itself as wisdom and it was bound up in lies that I could not recognize. So let me tell you this story. First story. I was a skateboarder growing up. I love skateboarding. And one time I went to Warped Tour. I don't know if y'all remember this. I went to Warped Tour growing up, experienced it. And when I went there, I felt nothing but just disgust for what was happening in that environment. I told myself I will never come back to this again unless I go there to preach the gospel. I told myself I will never do this unless I'm going there to spread good news and hope instead of just being a participant in the concerts. And so that's several years later, fast forward, and I get that opportunity. There's a company down in Florida, a skateboarding ministry company that literally tells me, hey, we want to pay your way through Warped Tour all over the United States. You're going to run our booth, and we just need you to run our booth, pray for people, love on people, and just be a skateboarder. And I'm telling you right now, that was God answering the prayer that I had in my own heart, and I didn't even recognize it. See, that summer, I was going to be in one of my friend's weddings. I was supposed to be his best man, and I thought to myself, oh no, I'll have to tell him I can't be his best man because I'm going to be on Warped Tour. And I was so scared of what he thought. I was so scared. You know what else I'd have to do? I'd have to be traveling all over the country for the first time without my family. I'd never done that at this point in my life. Look, you know what else I was scared of? I was scared of making mistakes. What if I didn't know how to fly home? I had never flown at that point in my life. I was scared to make mistakes. And all of these things started swirling in my head. And you know what I finally decided in myself is I finally told myself, you know what? It's probably just wisdom. It's probably just wisdom for me to just simply stay home this summer because I bet God wouldn't want me to do that. And I shut down the opportunity because I thought that wisdom was, I thought fear was actually wisdom. Man, that got me. That could have launched me into my destiny, gave me the experience and ministry that I needed to launch into things I'd never done before, but I was too scared because fear was dressed up as wisdom. Number two, I go to a youth conference first time I ever flew was with a college class. I was taking a college course, and I fly down to Atlanta, go to this youth conference. I put my name in a drawing to win a free missions trip to Uganda. Guys, this incredible organization was giving away an all-expense paid trip to do that so that somebody could experience what it's like to be a giver and a lover and somebody who preaches the gospel in other nations. And listen, my name was drawn. I had never traveled out of the country before, but my name was actually drawn to be able to go on this trip. And guess what? I get the email and I freak out because I'd never been out of the country before. I had never been on a missions trip before. I had never done any of these things alone. I was terrified. So you know what I did? I ignored the emails. Guys, I ignored the emails. They were going to pay for my flight. This is hundreds and thousands of dollars they were going to pay for me to go have this experience, to experience being able to love people in other parts of the world and preach the gospel, part of my calling. And I gave it up. Why? Because of fear. Because of fear. I didn't know that fear was just a second generation lie. How do I know that? It says in the Bible that the devil is the father of lies. And guess what fear is? Fear is always traced back to a lie. So guys, I'm telling you right now, I didn't see it, but that's what it was. It was a lie, and I believed it. I believed that I wouldn't be able to do it. I believed that I was not able to do like international travel alone. I believed that I was messed up. I believed that I had screwed up and that I couldn't do it on my own. But you know what God said? God said, I believed in you before you believed in you. And so if you're out there and you've given in to fear so many times, God believes in you before you even believed in you. He's got your back before you've got your own back. And so start to recognize it. Recognize the fear when it shows up, because fear dresses itself up as wisdom, and fear is always born from a lie. I love you guys. Follow for more entrepreneurial thought process, business-minded, Bible-believing, truth-filled content, because I'm a pastor. My name is Stephen Lehman. I'm a pastor turned entrepreneur. And guys, right now, I'm excited for where this is going.